All right, so we've learned how to kind of compare fractions if we just have two of them, but what if we had to put fractions in order if we had more than two? So let's see a problem that maybe will help us out with that. The Hulk, Iron Man, and Thor were each eating their own box of cereal. Superheroes need to eat breakfast as well, and they have to eat their boxes of cereal. The Hulk ate 7/9 of his box. Iron Man ate 2/3 of his box, and Thor ate 13/18 of his box. Put their amounts in order from least amount of cereal eaten to most amount of cereal eaten. So this is going to be a problem that is least, it sounds like least to greatest. L to G, least to greatest. So here's my Hulk amount, here's my Iron Man amount, and here's my Thor amount. So let's put their names above. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show two methods to kind of solve these types of problems when you have more than two fractions and they don't have the same denominator. Our goal is to have them have the same denominator. So our first method, it's going to be called the lowest common multiple, also known as the LCM. It's kind of the opposite of finding the greatest common factor, but you'll see there's some similarities. So I'm going to take each one of my denominators, my 9, I have a denominator of 3, and I have a denominator of 18. And I'm just going to write the first few multiples of each. So I have 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, and I'll stop there. I have 3 in multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, and multiples of 18. I have 18, 36, 46, 56, 54, and I'll just stop there since those are bigger numbers. And what I'm doing is I need to find a number that all three of these numbers will go into. I need to find a multiple that all of these share. I need to find the lowest common multiple. So let's see, is 9 my lowest number that they all have? I have 9 here, 9 here. 18 doesn't go into 9 because 18 is bigger than 9. So let's go to the next number. 18 is a multiple of 9, 18 is a multiple of 3, and 18 is a multiple of 18. I think we found our LCM. Let's circle our lowest common multiple. 18. And so now what I need to do, since I know all three of these numbers can make an equivalent fraction, or the denominator can equally go into 18, I'm going to take these fractions. Let's take 7/9 equals something. Let me get my lowest common multiple, 18. All of them are going to have a fraction where the denominator is 18, because if my denominator is the same, then I can easily put them in order from smallest to biggest. So let's see, 2/3. Iron Man's bowl of cereal was 2/3, and Thor's bowl of cereal was 13/18. All right. So from 7/9, 5 7/9, and I need to get to some fraction with the denominator of 18. What do I have to do to these 9 pieces to turn them into 18 pieces? Well, I need to break all of them up into 2. And if I do anything to the denominator, I need to do the same thing to the numerator, or else my fraction won't be equivalent. So 7/9 is the same thing as 14/18. And 2/3, how do I, these 3 pieces that his cereal box is broken up into, if I needed to break it up into 18 pieces, what would I have to do to each one of those 3? Well, I'd have to multiply it by 6. So I'm going to do the same thing to my numerator. 2 times 6 equals 12. And these 18 that Thor was eating, his 18 pieces that his cereal was broken up into, I just have to multiply it by 1. I don't really have to change his. 13/18 stays the same, 13/18. So now that they're all out of 18 pieces, and I know all these pieces are the same size, because that's what the denominator tells me, I can put them in order. I know that the smallest number here is 12/18. And then I know my next number is going to be 13/18, which is Thor. 13/18. And then my final fraction is going to be the Hulk. He's got the most with 14/18. No, not 7/18, sorry. 14/18. So Hulk ate the most, and if I needed to put them in order, the original fractions in order, I could just go ahead and just actually write 12/18 is my fraction that's 2/3. 13/18 is my fraction that is 13/18. That one stayed the same. And 14/18 was my fraction that was 7/9. So in order from least to greatest, I have 2/3, 13/18, and 7/9. I have Iron Man, Thor, and Hulk. But there's one more way that we can do this problem if we don't want to find the lowest common multiple. Let's take a look at it. Our second method is we're just going to take these fractions and we're going to convert them to decimals. And we've seen how you can kind of make an equivalent fraction and make a denominator of 100, but here's another way that you can convert a fraction to a decimal. I'm going to take 7/9 and I'm going to say 7 divided by 9. And you might be saying, Mr. Gibson, but the smaller number's on top. I know the smaller number's on top. That's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a 0.0, and I'm going to treat this like this is 70. Now 9 can't go into 7, so I'm going to say 0 right here. But I know 9 can go into 70. I know 9 goes into 70, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 7 times. So I'm going to say 9 times 7 equals 63. Subtract that. 6, 10 minus 3 equals 7. And 9 won't go into 7 again. But what I can do is I can add what we call a phantom 0. We'll put this down here and we're going to treat it like it's 70 again. And I know 9 will go into 77 times, and then that'll subtract 63, and I get another 7. So it seems like I can go on forever, but I'm just going to stop once I get to my hundredths place. Okay? Stop once you get to the hundredths place. You don't have to write your remainder or anything like that when you're converting it to decimals. So let's turn Iron Man's into a decimal. 2/3. I put 2.0. 3 can't go into 2. So I put a 0, but 3 goes into 26 times. So 3 times 6 is 18. I have a leftover 2. And 3 won't go into 2. So this looks like it's another one where I have to add a phantom 0. 3 goes into 26 times. Oh, this is just like the last one where it looks like I'm just going to keep getting 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. But I'm just going to stop when I get to my hundreds place. And Thor, let's see, 13 divided by 18. Now 18 won't go into 13, so I'm going to treat it like it's 130. I'm not sure. I'm going to guess here. 18 times 6. 6 times 8 equals 48. 6 times 1 is 10. 108. So let's add 18 to that. 6, 8, 1 and 1 is 2. 126. So 18 times 7. That seems right. I'm going to subtract 126. I'm going to put my 0 up here. Sorry. 0, 0, 7. 126. Turn that into 2. 10 minus 6 is 4. 2 minus 2. 18 can't go into 4. Add a little phantom 0 and bring it down. 18 will go into 40. I know 20 goes into 40 twice, so I'm sure 18 goes into 40 twice. 18 times 2 is 36. Subtract 36. And I'm left with 4, and it looks like that it's going to keep repeating that way. So my lowest number, it looks like, is 66 hundredths. My second lowest is 72 hundredths, and my third lowest is 77 hundredths, which is the same order that we had last time. So from least to greatest, it's 2/3, the 66 hundredths. What is next? And then 13/18, which is the 72 hundredths. And then finally Hulk comes in with the greatest with 77 hundredths, which is the 7/9. So this is how you can use decimals. If this doesn't make a lot of sense to you, just do the first method with the lowest common multiple. But I wanted to give you 2 ways to try it, whichever way works best for you.